What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Project Zomboid. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today. So we hang out for a little while, and there's a construction site around here somewhere, and I aim to find it. I aim poorly, so that's the part you have to follow up with, but I aim to find it still. I mean, just because I'm bad at aiming right now doesn't mean I have to quit altogether, right? Let's see if we can break into this window real fast. I know we have the... oh, balls. It's a pretty good-sized horde right here. And we have keys to this building. But there's a construction site down the street, and what I wanted to do, so that I can fill you in on my thought process right now, there's a construction site down the street. What I personally wanted to do right now was get into this building right here. If I can get into this building right here, I can stash the stuff so that we can come back after we hit the construction site and drop off all the heavier stuff that we don't want. Looks like we got one headed over here. I don't know if he's being inquisitive or what's going on. Okay, so he's going to come investigate real fast. That's fine. I'd rather peel off one than several, so that works for me. Let's see if we can give him a little love tap. Alright, so he's down. Doesn't look like there's anything else available right here. I don't want to break the windows, given the fact that there's so many zombies around. There's way too large of a horde here for me to really take. Okay, so there's the window right there that we were looking for. Looks like zombies broke through the southern window, though, while we were waiting. I'm going to see what we can accomplish right here. I'm not going to promise miracles. But... come on. There we go. There's one. I don't want to run too much while I'm over here because we'll pull that entire horde. And then this whole thing will just turn into a gnarly-ass mess. Which is a mess orbiting around the ass region. If you've never heard of a gnarly-ass mess before. I'm actually going to pull them. Let's go through the window. They can follow if they feel so inclined. Looks like I've got moderate exhaustion again. Yeah, and I could definitely feel it in the bat strokes too. Quickly, to the bat strokes. It's just the strokes in Batman outfits. I guess you lose like all your damage potential once you have moderate exertion. And I don't know why it's been so dark recently too. Like, I don't know if it's like overcast outside or what it is, but it has been really dark the last couple episodes. Like, I can't see worth shit anymore unless we're outdoors. I don't know if my character developed myopia or something. There we go. Finally killed one. So now we need to figure out how the hell we're going to get inside that other building. Come on, fall down. There we go. So another one bites the dust. We've got yet another key over here. A lighter colored one that I assume goes to something. And where are they going? And B, why is it so hard to see right now? Okay, we'll just take a second. Can you rest in these chairs? Yeah, rest for a minute. We need to get rid of this exertion because our kill potential... oh, it's nighttime. No wonder I can't see. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. So we need to figure out something good right now. Otherwise, this is not going to stick for us. We're also hungry. So let's take care of that real fast. Got busted windows over there. Oh, shit. We just did something bad. Come on, open that up. It looks like they got called off slightly. Wasn't there a building over here that I had the key to, or we were able to get through the back door? Oh, there goes a gunshot. That'll give us a little bit of clearance. I think it was one of these back here. Hopefully I can still sneak through the side. They sound pretty close to me right now. But I can't really even see what's happening, so... Oh, there's an apartment upstairs? Can I turn on the lights? Where are the lights at? There's a light switch right there, but it's not working. I think. Can't tell if it's on the other side of the wall or not. Yeah, there's a light switch. Well, they're outside right now. We're upstairs, so we're just gonna have to take a chance on this one. I still can't see. So I think the goal for right now should probably be to get, like, maybe 7 hours. I don't think there's any... Okay, sound of a window breaking. Hopefully there's no 2-story tall zombies running around. No weird Paul Bunyan-ass dudes trying to take us out. Something that we are not prepared for. Shotgun shells, in case you're interested in those. Can't carry them right now, but definitely be interesting for later. Let's eat an entire ham. Hell yeah. Who doesn't love ham? Ham is delicious. I mean, some people dislike ham. For example, my significant other can't stand ham. I think ham is fantastic. It's one of the better inventions ever made, but she does not agree. Now, whether or not we'll be able to... This is actually a pretty good location right here. I think that what I might consider for a few minutes is just unload everything here in one of these cabinets, and then we can pick through it later. But I need to have some weight off of our back because we're going to a construction site right now. And ideally, if this run goes very, very well, what we'll end up with is a whole bunch of tools that we can use in the future. So if we can get 2 or 3 axes, if we can get some more hammers, just about anything I can bring back with me is going to be well appreciated in this moment. And so, you know, just trying to keep things put together. Is she still going to keep unloading if I do this? Good. Let's take accuracy and maintenance for our weapons. That's going to be 2 skill points down. We can take sneaking and light-footed. I think light-footed just lowers the amount of sound you make with every movement, whereas sneaking is specifically during that active mode you're quieter. Let's take light-footed, because I tend to run around a little bit more than I sneak. Is that everything out of that bag right there? Looking like we got just about everything? Okay, so this other spot right here... Let's take all that stuff, and I realize this is kind of boring, but unfortunately with the way inventory management works, it takes a while to get this done. So, nonetheless, we're still looking for that axe. I do have a location that I'm thinking about holding up. I found our other house on a map so that I can go back and I can grab all of our stuff from there, maybe over the weekend. Something to get that done very, very quickly. Not really sure exactly how that's going to go down, but that's still the plan, is for me to somehow, like, move everything we have to our new warehouse location once we get done there. And why did you stop unloading? Oh, the crowbar. It's taking forever. Okay. Each one's going to take longer and longer. We're so close that I would feel like it would be a shame if I cut this right now. Hopefully we don't get trapped. Making myself a rope ladder to get out of here might be the best way to leave. Got rotten chicken right there. What's in this bureau? A sheet. Make a sheet rope. And so let's say that I wanted to use this sheet rope to do something awesome. How do I use the sheet rope? I'm not going to blindly just climb through. That seems like a really, really bad idea. Well... I don't think that either of those is the plan right there. We'll just hold on to it. Maybe I need more of it or something, or it's not long enough, or... I'm not so certain. Oh, look, there's all kinds of stuff back here. Looks like the power's officially gone out. There's a couple apartments up here. Yeah, that was something I had considered momentarily. Where'd our weapon go? Oh. Come on, zombie. You are welcome to come through the door. I will slaughter you. You will be destroyed. And so there it is, a bit more blood to adorn the walls, and just let those interlopers know what's going to happen if they come up in our hallway. I get protective about my hallways. It's a strange fascination, but You mess with my hallway, I mess with you. So yeah, it looks like the refrigerators are officially off, which means that it's going to be in our best interest to eat as many of these as possible. Is the water out too? If the water's already out, we got some big giant issues. So since that's done, we need to start thinking about preserved food. That's pretty much where we're at right now. And if we can't keep track of that, we got radish seeds right there. What do we have up in here? Sleeping tablets. I'll take those real fast. Okay, so let's go to the construction site. That is what I wanted to accomplish today. I'm hoping that scream will get them off of our asses for right now. I only see one zombie. Now, I don't know if they're trying to come through that door right there. But if they are, opening it seems like a really, really bad plan. So instead, oh, they're all up in here, aren't they? Okay, so we'll close that one down too. Looks like there's only a couple out the back. And if we want this to be like a new location for us to hang out, unfortunately, we are going to have to take it in such a way where we got to clear out the entire block. It just has to be accomplished. So let's finish off these two. Every zombie we kill is one less that we have to fight later. Let's maybe focus up a little bit right here. Oh yeah, if they're going to be all up in the front side of the building, there's not much I can do there. It looks like they're coming out of like the woodwork now. So let's guide them all away so that at least it's a little bit safer up and in here. Panic is high, but we should be able to hit that construction site really, really shortly. I think it's like down here, like on the left or on the right somewhere. What does that say? Seahorse Coffee. Hopefully this place isn't too like completely and totally overridden with enemies right now. What is that? The food market? So that's not what we needed. It's actually pretty crazy how many of them there are, isn't it? Like, there are a lot of Zeds out here. And they're all unaware of us, strangely enough. We could use as a good distraction to get rid of all of them. We got Gigamart over there. I do think we run the risk of exerting ourselves if we stay as we are right now. And seeing as our only retreat zone is a little bit overstocked with the undead. I'm pretty sure that was a hit right there, but it didn't count it. Some odd inconsistency. Yeah, our exertion's down again. Man, our exertion has fallen off really, really quick. It's become like a long-term concern. Like, we didn't seem to have that problem before, and I don't know if it was due to the weapon that we were using or like how that all works. But our exertion has been out of control lately. There we go. Buy myself some room here. Look for keys just in case. I should also probably mouse over these keys to see what they open real fast. What's in this building? Let's have a look-see. Is there an alley right there? Either way, I'd prefer to cut through the building if we can. Might make this a little bit less terrifying because there's a big-ass horde over there. And we don't have any means or nices to deal with it right now. Nices being rocks. Very, very nice rocks. Alright, straight through this window maybe. Anywhere where we can rest and get rid of this exertion is going to be somewhere that looks very, very hospitable to me. Come on, you can get it open. I believe in you. You can do... I mean, a zombie just busted one open over there, so... Technically, that might be worth investigating. In we go. Let's go ahead and use the chair right now to rest for a minute. Resting in front of the window, probably a terrible idea, but what are you going to do? I'm on moderate exertion. There we go. Okay, so exertion's off. We can't get into the... Oh, we can get into these little bureaus. Yeah, give me the cigarettes then. And the sleeping tablets, because those will both be really, really useful later on. What do we have in here? It's a little bit dark, but all I really wanted to do was get to the front of the building anyways. Alright, so that's going to be the kitchen. End of the line if we end up getting grabbed in here. Eat all of that. The avocado should actually be worth way more hunger. I don't know if the developers know this, but an avocado is actually one of the most, like, nutrient-rich things you can possibly eat. Like, it's really, really good for you. Like, insanely good for you. Sounds like there might be some enemies out here. Okay, that's fine. Not uber concerned about it. This is going to be the construction site over here. Okay, so the next goal becomes running off all these assholes. We got to get rid of them. If we can't get rid of them, we're going to be stuck trying to... It actually doesn't look like there's much over here. This might have been like a giant waste of our time. Nothing in the outhouse either. A verification that I wanted to check in-house, obviously. There you go. Jump that fence. Okay, and so we're going to go to our backup location now. There was a location I wanted to go to. There's actually a bar over here, I think. Anyways, if you go through the forest on this side, there should be a couple of buildings on the opposite end that'll allow us to run off zombies, and it looks pretty safe by comparison to a lot of the other zones. I don't know if it's on the opposite side of that fence or where it's at, but it's around here somewhere. We have beta blockers, which reduce our panic. Unhappiness is a little bit high right now. Bludgeoning some zombies would make me feel better, so we can give that a go. And then the next thing we'll want to try and do is find a place of our own that we can just kind of like sit down for a minute and feel better. What happens if you're super depressed in this game? Like, what happens from that? Oh, good, our exertion came back instantly. Yay! Oop. What happened right there? It looks like they randomly just triggered in a different direction. Okay, hang tight for a minute. We might be able to just let them wander by. Oh, there's a plane. You can hear it. They actually trigger for the plane before the plane actually makes the noise. Alright, so I'll make one thing plain. It looks like we're actually surrounded by Zeds right now. They do seem to be more fascinated with it than with us, though. So as far as stimuli go that are getting the zombies moving, I'm glad to see that we're lower on the food chain than a plane. There we go, another one down. Let's take it very, very slow. Twiggies. Yeah, that'll do just fine. I like that building right there. I like that building right there. Unfortunately, the helicopters and things will have to go. I gotta get these two's attention. So I gotta make some noise. Don't break that window, you bastard. There we go. Now that I have his attention, can we go through any of these sides? I mean, you should always check the obvious stuff. Sometimes I feel like I spend a ton of time trying to infiltrate a building, and then on the back end, it's the front door that's open. You're like, oh, well, I could have just done that the easy way then. Come on. Get that thing open. I believe in you. Okay, so that window's broken. It's not going to open for us. Definitely going to have to check some of these other ones. But with ourselves exerted as we are... Oh, that one came right open. Good. That'll save us a... Ah, there it is. The hitch in the plan. I was waiting for it to happen. Now with the power out, how is the alarm going off? Just out of curiosity. Has a battery backed up alarm. Well, since the guns and ammo place looks like... I think we might have to sledge out a wall in this place. It has no windows. Why are there so many helicopters going off right now? Like, this is really an odd occurrence. Like, we have a lot of stuff happening in this episode. Now, what that served to do is it turned this entire area into a hellhole. Luckily, we left the window open, so if they want to be in there, they can be in there. But our exertion is high. Our fines are low. And so I think it's time to go. We can come back for Twiggies a little bit later and see what we can manage right there. I'm going to follow this road back this way. Paper clips, nothing in the garbage can. Figured I'd check it just in case. There's no back door in this building. I'm going to try and get back out into the residences because we're in rough shape right now. We're in pretty rough shape. Oh, that might be it. No! Okay, so we made it. Nope, we didn't make it. Never mind. I was wrong. No making it has been done. I don't suppose there's a back door to this place. Looks like somebody hung up sheets right there. Crazy. Alright, so back through here. Check on our upstairs apartment one more time. We'll figure out the Twiggy situation in a minute and decide what we want to do with that. What I'm thinking about doing is actually... Looks like we got a couple more down here interested in our death, but I think they're actually just kind of like checking our last seen location. There we go. Another one bites the dust. Let's get inside real fast, and hopefully this place hasn't been swarmed. Be careful, because there was a bunch in that living room area, and if we make too much noise, they'll try and break through the door, and then we'll be in deep, deep doo-doo. And I don't like deep doo-doo. I don't like shallow doo-doo. Any doo-doo. No doo-doo. Just don't involve me in doo-doo at all. Unless you're, like, doing some kind of, I don't know, Scatman thing where you're like, doo-doo-dap-a-doo-dap-dap-a-doo-doo-dap-a-doo-doo-dap. Maybe. But I'm going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me at the Nerdcast for the next episode of Project Zomboid, where we are dug down in the city, that's for sure. I will see you all later. Hi-do.